Carolina. I love everything movies, I love everything pop culture, and I'm the type of person that when I watch movies, I look at a kitchen and I go, I wish that was my kitchen. Specifically Nancy Meyer kitchens, okay? So today, we're gonna be taking this kitchen and we're gonna be transforming it into the style of 3 of my favorite movies. One, of course, being a Nancy Meyers film, It's Complicated. The second being Amelie, and the third, Howl's Moving Castle. Now listen, I can't decorate this space by myself. Luckily, we have an amazing group of women today. We have Alyssa and Claire on the art team that are gonna be transforming the space, and I can't wait to see what it looks like. Now let's get to our first kitchen. Nancy Meyers, I hope I make you proud. So the first kitchen we have today is inspired by the movie It's Complicated. It is a 2009 film by Nancy Meyers, starring Meryl Streep, Alec Baldwin, Steve Martin. A great cast of people, dare I say. So when I first heard we were doing a video like this, I immediately thought, we have to do Nancy Meyers' kitchen. Hello. That's like the best parts of her films are her sets, her kitchens, and allegedly, her own kitchen is quite beautiful and spectacular. Nancy, please invite me over so I can verify that statement. But it was one of those movies that was on HBO all the time. So when my mom would watch it, I would just sit and watch it with her. I was way too young to be watching this movie. However, I loved it. I love Nancy Meyers films so much. The Parent Trap, Hello, it's like the best movie ever. And this movie in particular, my favorite scene is when Meryl Streep is making the chocolate croissants. My mom and I talk about that scene a lot. We've even attempted to make chocolate croissants and it just was not up to par. Everything here in the kitchen for the most part is pretty neutral. The movie is set in Santa Barbara, so this aesthetic is the coastal grandmother aesthetic. You might have remembered it as being a TikTok trend. People were calling it also the Nancy Meyers aesthetic. Flowy white t-shirts, some not so skinny jeans, maybe some of those new like cute mini Uggs, you know what I'm talking about? You know, maybe you're drinking your hot coffee or your hot chocolate and you're looking out onto your beach and you're just like contemplating your life. That's the kind of aesthetic we were going for today. So contrary to the title, It's Complicated and the messy love triangle that we see in the film, the kitchen is not complicated. It's very clean. It's very much where Meryl Streep has full control of her life, whereas everywhere else, she kind of does not. This kitchen in particular has everything a baker chef needs within reach. The food is all on display, it's in glass coverings, it's in eyesight, so you know you're in a very good, ready to eat kitchen. So it's a lot of rattan vibe. Now, as much as I love a good coastal kitchen, it's time to swipe this kitchen away and enter the world of a fun Parisian Amelie kitchen. Bienvenue to Amelie's kitchen. Who can forget that iconic scene of her in the movie theater where she's just like looking straight into the camera and then she looks back at the people? Amelie is a movie that has left such a huge impact in my life. I feel like it's an animated film for some reason. That's what it comes across. And the colors, I mean, who could forget the colors? The colors are so unique. The greens, the reds, the yellows, and they're all inspired by paintings of Brazilian artist Juarez Machado. Now, the character of Amelie is someone who doesn't really need lavish things. All of her decor is very simple, it's very traditional. She likes to bake, so we have things that are easy access to bake. Now, the clock is such an important motif in the film because the narrator, whenever he narrates something, there's always a specific time attached to whatever's going on. So it's smack dab in the center of the kitchen. Now, in the film Amelie, she has a windowsill of plants and herbs so she can spy on her neighbors, like I do also. And we paid homage to that with these little plants at the edge of the sink. Now, Amelie also has a cat, if you remember the scene where she thinks her lover is gonna come through the beaded doorway, and it's the cat, and I also have a cat. So we paid homage to the cats by having the paintings and the little statue above the microwave. Now, Amelie loves to bring joy to strangers with the gnome in the film, so we also have our own little gnome that will bring joy every time we enter the kitchen. Now, this kitchen, like the film, is all about the little details, specifically in the coloring with the reds and the greens like I mentioned before. So we have red tables, we have green and red utensils, some mugs, and to bring out some texture, we have some checkered things as well. And I mean, this table is so cute and it's so reminiscent of the tables at the cafe where Amelie works. Now, as much as I love this kitchen, it's time to say au revoir to Montmartre and hello to Miyazaki. Now, last but certainly not least is the recreation of Howl's Moving Castle in kitchen form. Now, I am so excited about this transformation, specifically because Studio Ghibli films have left such a huge impact on my life, especially Howl's Moving Castle. This is just very earthy. It feels kind of human, if you will, with the heart right there. Very cluttered, and it is very cluttered at the beginning of the film until Sophie comes and kind of cleans it all up for you. So the kitchen is inside like a really weird, big, moving castle, hence the title, Howl's Moving Castle. And so it's very much human, it's very cluttered. I mean, if a house is moving, things are gonna shift, things are gonna be messy. And if you've seen the film, you're probably like, wait, I know that little plate back there. So this plate is a callback to the portal door situation in Howl's Moving Castle where he gets to different places, if you will. So it's a painted plate as a callback to that. How cute is that? One really awesome thing about Studio Ghibli movies is the food. The ASMR food, I think, is an aspect in every single film of his. When Sophie first enters the castle, there's food everywhere because they can't really cook without Howl telling Calcifer what to do. But Sophie's like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna boss Calcifer around. Now, one of my favorite scenes in Howl's Moving Castle is when Howl gets mad at Sophie because she messes with his potion. So he picks the wrong one and his hair changes color. And I like when Howl has this dark hair, okay? So as an ode to all the magic potions in the castle, we have the little bottles right here, super cute. What feels so special about this kitchen is within a moving castle, it's very human, it's very DIY, it's not immaculate, it's not clean. Like humans, it's messy. And there you have it! That was such an incredible transformation. Comment below which of the transformations was your favorite and which of your favorite movies has the best kitchen. And maybe we'll get to do it next time. Thanks for watching, bye!